All right, we're here for our second peer review for 604. I guess I'll go ahead and start mine off. David, I did David task 2. Um, I'm prepared this time. So, all right, so on task 2, as far as content, I put the candidate the candidate needs to give specifics to help support decisions and facts in the narrative. And that's a typo right there. I fixed that one. As far as the strength of the rubric, the candidate was able to display how they would include external stakeholders after the SIP team collected data results. The candidate used examples of prior experiences and scenarios to include stakeholder volunteers. The weakness of the rubric, the candidate needs to use more evidence from task 1 to provide more detail to the resource identification in human capital section. The candidate needs to show more evidence of leadership in the narrative to help support the long and short-term objectives. That kind of led me to the leadership part. As stated in the rubric weakness selection, again, the candidate needs to show more evidence of leadership throughout the narrative. The candidate was able to show a meeting agenda and meeting norms. Next section, the candidate showed strong sentence structure, correct grammar, and format. The organization of it, the narrative was written in a manner that was logical and organized and professional. All headings and subheadings are clearly presented and easy to locate within the narrative. The last was APA formatting. The candidate needs to use APA formatting for graphs labeled figure 8 and 9, and all pages were cited properly. That was David task 3.
I'll go. Hold on.
So you're not the Zoom master, so you don't know how to put it up there, do you?
No, I'm not trying to put it up.
Oh.
Okay, so I did, and I do know how to put it up. I did Roderick, task 3. For the first component, I said the task content aligns with the course content. The candidate displays several components discussed in class. All components of the rubric are met. The candidate used headers that align with the rubric requirements. The use of photos adds to the demonstration of leadership and the evidence of a collaborative SIC team. Areas of weakness, I said all areas of the rubric are met. Suggestion, consider providing a sentence or two prior to providing evidence for the leadership component. So you had a lot of evidence there, but maybe explaining what the evidence was or what the evaluator is actually looking at, just to add something to it. Leadership, the narrative displayed leadership the candidate, I'm sorry, displayed leadership throughout his narrative, through his organization of the committee. Communication was professional. All meetings were well planned with an agenda, all the way down to the time. So you were very considerate of everyone's time. Everyone had an assignment, which shows that you were able to lead through delegation as well, which is evidence of the team working together. As far as grammars and mechanics, the artifact was professionally written and all components of the APA requirements were met. Any questions?
I'll go real quick. I did Blair's, and I said that the task contains appropriate internal and external information. The narrative supports the knowing and the doing. Blair showed knowledge of the school's needs and the needs assessment from the district. The specific timeline along with the marketing plan was very strong. The community involvement piece was detailed and shared a variety of activities to engage the community. The parental survey that was created was a nice addition to the task. I didn't see any obvious signs of weakness. The information is comprehensive and included a variety of strategies that appear to be well thought out. Leadership is demonstrated within the content that was shared. I could tell how the candidate led the team and put together well thought out timelines and activities in addition to surveys to share with the community and a variety of ways to reach the community. The grammar, language, and structure were well written. The paper was professionally written in the format for the task. Paper is well organized and put together in a logical manner that flows well. And I said that all citations listed in the paper were properly formatted.
I can go.
I hit something. I disappeared. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Becky.
Okay. I actually did David's as well too for the task 3. I said that for his content that the plan consistently supported the findings established in the needs assessment result, the organizational analysis results, the identification, the candidate sufficiently addressed the statement of purpose, description of current program, opportunities for input, and the knowing influence the doing. For the strength, I said his timeline is very detailed and outlines every aspect of the plan. The plan plays nicely into the school strengths and how to enhance the community relationships. Weaknesses, I said maybe just adding a feedback form to provide for the end of the, I lost my train of thought. For the end of the activities. For leadership, I said he's clearly done a lot of work and research into the marketing plan with an emphasis on the team creating much of the ideas. And I said clear collaboration and that he should go on and do his doctorate. Have fun with that. For mechanics and grammar, I said I didn't notice any errors. Organization, the narrative had nice flow. Headings and subheadings are clear. Evidence is easy to locate and written in a manner easy for the reader to follow. And that was it. Have fun with your doctorate.
Okay, I did toys task 3. So for the content, I've got the content's aligned with the course content with her sources directly related to the readings and the artifact prompts. The length of the responses may benefit from citations relating to specific prompts to the in-class reading. The rubric strength was the narrative is direct and focused on meeting the rubric and prompts. The program description and marketing plan serve a focused purpose and directly involve and influence stakeholders with a focus on intentional, measurable results. The proposal is direct, well-written, and establishes a hierarchy of action. For the weaknesses, I wrote the submission may need more content and could benefit from correlation of stakeholder effects, maybe elaborate on the recruitment process and the social media interaction. For leadership, the candidate exhibited drive and motivation in developing the SCIP team objectives and initial goals. The author displayed professionalism and courtesy addressing team members. For mechanics and grammar, just check your paragraph starts. But I think that was corrected. Let's see. For organization, let's see. The headings and subheadings were formatted directly, and maybe just add figures and evidence to those headings. And then the only thing I found for formatting was I'm not sure if there's a hyphen needed after the word proposal on page 2, and I don't remember exactly what that was. So maybe check that. But yeah, that's it. Good to go.
All right, team. Did everybody finish? I see black screen freezing up over there. Blair, you there?